If you have just joined us, once again, we have had just an incredible rank of games. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Sorry about that. If you did miss the capture of the flag, here's what happened. It was 1-1 going into overtime. The first half of overtime was 0-0. And then we almost had a stalemate situation going on in the second half. Both flags were pulled. A hellstorm, I believe it was from Jake, actually dropped both the flag carrier and his supporting player. Jake got the return, and I believe it was Bizzle who put it in.
It was indeed Bizzle that put that flag in. Absolutely incredible play there. Literally nothing is separating these two teams. I mean, it is 2-1 to Infused, but it's so close. We are going to be seeing a slums hard point now, and Prophecy really do need to rally round and get themselves back into this.
If it's anything like the last hard point game, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, this is going to be intense.
It certainly is. At the moment, I'm not sure who to pick for it. I did say earlier, I did think Prophecy would take the S&D, and they did. They seem to be a better S&D team, so if they can get it to the 5th map, might be advantage to them, but they've got to get there first.
I think, to be honest, Prophecy, the way they're going to rally round and get themselves back into this, they do not want to be dropping down in towards that losers bracket, so they will make sure that they win this hard point.
Yeah, Fused on a hope at the moment. It seems like Prophecy are furiously debating something at the moment. I'm not sure if that's an argument going on. They don't seem to be entirely happy in that camp right now.
They need to just talk about their tactics, get their head straight, know exactly what they're going to be doing on slums, which is going to be the potentially deciding map here. If Infused take it, it's going to be 3-1 to them, and Prophecy will be knocked down in towards that losers bracket. Of course, they can still fight themselves back into the grand final through the use of the double elimination system.
They certainly can, but it's always a hard trek through that double elim, with every game meaning you could go home at any second.
Exactly. It's all of a sudden very important to win every single map.
It was interesting that last game. It did seem like Prophecy were the more aggressive team. They were outslaying, but Infused so many times were just able to hang on.
Yep, and we are just having news that Horizon have beaten Aware in the winner bracket and are now guaranteed a top 6 placement. That is from Kyle on Twitter.
Thank you very much, Kyle. We appreciate it. We haven't, unfortunately, although we are on the main stage, we can't always get score updates as fast as Twitter.
Exactly. Really does help that the players have their own individual Twitters, and as long as you're following all the top players, then you will get the news as soon as it happens. Of course, that's a very big victory for Horizon as well, to be fair, because of course the Aware lineup, although they're using the pickup, what a pickup it is. That is, of course, Shane picking up for that lineup.
I did say this the other day. I actually put Aware in my top 5, but I said with the chain, I said as good as Shane is, it's still a pickup. It makes a difference. We all know it does.
Haven't got the team chemistry. You can put literally 4 of the best players together. If there's no chemistry, no teamwork, it will not work.
But next map, Yemen Hardpoint. Always a good map for me. I actually really like. I never used to like this map, but now it's always a really good.
Should be Slums Hardpoint.
You are correct there, actually, because it should be Slums Hardpoint. I'm not entirely sure why they're doing this one. I have it on Yemen at the moment. If we can get confirmation.
Okay, we have just had confirmation that they are going to be changing. They've read
the wrong map in.
The wrong list. That is our map list right there, guys. So I suppose easy to get confused.
Give away our secrets.
Don't give away our secrets. Yeah, we can tell you the maps for the grand final if you'd like, guys.
But carrying on, we're going to see what's going on. I believe there's a lot of trash talk going on in the game over there. I think that's Curse playing on the feature stage.
Yeah, that is Curse, of course, still fighting it out to try and stay in the tournament, of course.
The bait they put out last night, by the way.
Oh, the bait was strong.
It was. Wonder claiming he'd actually gone home. He was that disgusted with
the performance. Well, I woke up and I told you about it, didn't I? Like, Bryce!
Yeah,
he was sharing our bed.
And then we walked down to breakfast and he was still here.
Yeah, sharing hotels, and Wonder was just sat there chilling with his cornflakes. We were like, oh, thought you'd gone home, mate.
But back to the case in hand, Prophecy versus Infused. What do you think, Gooch? Who's going to take this next one?
I really do think that Prophecy are going to take this because they need to be rallying around. I mean, I appreciate that Infused have got their momentum. They're a huge momentum team. Any team with Josh in, especially with Bissell as well, is a momentum team because the way that they grind together and they just bounce off each other, it's so good. You've seen it with Bissell. He went to COD Championships with Farico All-Stars. You saw it at Gfinity as well with Curse. As soon as he was hyped, he played so much better, and that's exactly the same as with Josh as well. So the way that those two will partner.
I'm trying to figure out how the hard points are actually going to work. I just feel like this map, especially the anchor points, are going to be in Prophecy's favour. I just feel like they have a stronger AR lineup. They're better at anchoring and that sort of thing. So Mad Cat, if he gets into any of the anchor spots, he's going to be very tough to dislodge. I believe that will be the difference here. So yeah, I kind of agree. I can see Prophecy having the advantage on this map.
because of the way the map works and where the hard points are situated into relation to the anchor points as well, there's going to be a lot of traffic driven in towards the anchor spot. Yeah. So with the shot and the accuracy that Mad Cat's got, he's going to get streaks. Without a doubt. If he is on form, he is going to get streaks because of the traffic flowing towards Mad Cat's left trigger, down, held aim, already hard aiming straight on towards those players running straight at him. He's going to be fed. And the last thing you want to do is feed Mad Cat streaks, really.
Certainly is, but here we go. Game is loading in. Slums hard point. We're going to see if we are in fact correct. Let's jump on board. First of all, I'm going to jump on board with Infused simply because this first hard point is fast and furious. And let's see what Bizzle could do. I don't think he started any game really strong yet. But he seems to just come into it the later the game goes on. Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure he'll take the momentum from the capture of the flag. He was the one that ran that flag all the way home, of course, to actually get that deciding capture in that overtime. Bissell straight in towards that hard point. He got the initial first cap with no points on the doors. It got contested. Getting taken down in blue, and that is strong from Prophecy. A great start from them, dominating that kill feed. Bissell straight off the spawn, so taking down Mad Cat as he attempted to push on. Vintage with a kill on Gunchy, and now Bissell pushing up, taking down Jordan Bricks, but gets shut down by Excellency who tried to attend the middle map area. A lot of MP7s coming out there from this team, but now on board with Vintage. Trying to get around, they're still holding the correct spawn they need to, but Mad Cat shuts him down. It does seem like at the moment Prophecy having the advantage. Look at that, Mad Cat, great shot from him, but still. Next hard point is still in control of Infused, and everybody likes to get the spawn for this one. Yeah, this is the most vital spawn on the game, to be fair, in terms of hard points. And Mad Cat looked just a whisker away from that streaks. That was such a buzzkill from Jake. If he didn't shut Mad Cat down Jake there, he would have had Lightning and Hellstorm already. And to get it on the first hill can be so detrimental, especially with such a lead that Prophecy have, currently 32-2. However, Infused have the next hard point. And they're ready for it. However, no one's actually on the anchor now, and this could be a problem because it does seem like the entirety of Prophecy are now going to come down that side. Yep, nobody is in that anchor position. There's somebody moved over there now as Mad Cat's coming head on head with him, firing a few shots through the wall onto him. Doesn't manage to land that wood of him. He's got the support of Josh there. That's a good little bit of rotation from Josh there to try and help him out. Managed to get the spawn. Vintage. Good shot onto Gunch there with the flag with the hard point capture as well. And now he's just going to secure this area. Has he got to play it on the spawn? Yes, he has, just to hold that last little bit of an anchor. Only 25 seconds left on this hard point. They've got themselves back into it despite losing a lot of control on that first hard point. Vintage. To sit down, watch me anchor. And now they're going to actually let the rest of this SMGs rotate, so let's jump on board with them. It's now Jake, who already took down Excellence. Going to try and push forward to make sure they get this. Bad spawn from Prophecy there, who actually spawned right at the back. It is Gunch, and I think it was Excellence actually spawning in the back. It's Jake desperately tries to get Mad Cat off of that anchor. Mad Cat is so weak at the back there. He's seen Jake run into garage. He's just going to ignore him, let his teammates pick him up. Sees a player in that back laundry area as well. Not able to pick him up as Bissell takes him down. That was a vital kill from Bissell. And look at the spawn Mad Cat just got straight in the opposite side of the map as Infused take control of this hard point and are extending their lead. Now they're winning by 20 points. Vintage has, of course, got those streaks in his arsenal ready and waiting to use. Probably save those for the middle hard point though, Bryce. You know what, I did say I thought Prophecy were better at anchoring, but Infused has gone, we're not going to let them get there to begin with. No, don't you dare say that about me, Brycey, as Vintage steps up with his ARing ability. Of course, he has got the help of his teammates pushing round, but Mad Cat taking control of that hard point now, and Prophecy trying to get themselves back into this. Of course, the initial raid hard point was very close. Surely that van's going to blow up around Mad Cat very soon. He needs to get himself away from that before using it as cover once again. Two players coming in towards that hard point area, takes down one with the help of Gunchy there. So Gunch, but incoming. They're going to use the squad to try and crack it. It does seem like they're going to try and push it on board with Judge. He tries to hold down the garage with his teammates. Just flips over, picks up one. Yeah, Vintage there uses Lightning Strike to try and gain control of the anchor point, which it did sort of help to start with, but because of the position that Prof are actually in, already in that next hard point, it meant they could just move straight back out and get the anchor position once again. That's going to be Jerd doing that, but gets shut down by Bissell with a good shot from that SMG. Does seem like as soon as they gave Prophecy the control, they had a lot harder time getting in. There we go, Infused Vintage now going to move forward, see if he can pick up one. He gets the assist, doesn't get away from Gunch, and that grenade. Josh picks up two with a brilliant grenade as well, and it does seem like Infused are refusing to let this go. Vintage now in the hard point. He really does get himself in the thick of it, takes down one. That was in the form of Jerd flying through the window. Knows there's two more outside on the left. Excellence flies in. Vintage ran out of ammo as he was already pre-firing that area. Just in the contested hard point now, but as they're winning, that doesn't really matter to him. They can contest all they want as long as they're in the lead. Now it is going to be advantage Prophecy for this next two. At the moment they have control, and they still have the better spawn for the one after this. There we go, Excellence in blue at the moment. Just going to make sure nobody comes behind him. Don't want to give away that spawn. Don't want to give away too many points. Seems like they could get a decent amount of points on this middle one once again, as they seem to be holding off Infused. Like I said, whenever you give Prophecy control, they're so hard to dislodge. And it's only the raw slaying power of Infused that can actually get in there and break it. But like I said before, they seem to be better at anchoring. But at the moment, Infused are doing everything they can to just not let them get in there, just keep flooding bodies in. Fiddle and well, 1 second, we're going to go to an update on the Curse score.
Thank you very much. Right now, Curse on hardpoint slums, they take it 250 to 182. Wonder, a player who is contemplating not even showing up today here at EGL10, goes 39 and 25. Curse 1, Eminence 0, losers bracket round 7. Currently, though, we take you back to Infuse versus Prophecy. Over to you, Brycey.
6 with excellence, and as he tries to break this, and he does. Vintage actually just been slapped out of that anchor position. That does mean Infuse managed to get the scrap points on there. It does seem now, however, Prophecy are set up ready for this next one, and this could mean they get a decent amount of points on it. They do shut him down. It does seem like Bizzle is making big plays every time he manages to get anywhere near them, but there we go, Prophecy deflect everything. It's going to be hard.
Let's get on board with Bissell. Let's see how he's doing now as he's trying to push down in towards the middle of that hardpoint area. Scouting around it first, making sure he can't get taken down, but Jerd pops out of nowhere from the bottom of those stairs, and they have got themselves the decent spawn now, Prophecy, as Infused are sort of trailing in that middle map area, but they do still have the lead in terms of points. It just means that Prophecy are going to get those 26 points off this unless Infused can do something about it. Mad Cat's shutting down Vintage. Kills just being exchanged very, very quickly between the two. Vintage has got the good spawn for that next hard point. It just needs to get himself to the back.
Who's that who's moved in that position that early? It's Excellence deciding to go for the anchor, kind of voiding the fact that Vintage is there. Now knows he is, though.
Excellence takes down Bissell. He needs to be able to take down Vintage as well. Vintage is already heavy weak in the back there. Does get shut down.
Oh, what a shot!
Vintage taking down Jordan. Excellence there, fighting for the anchor. That will, of course, get them the good spawn for this next hard point. Such a vital two-piece by Vintage.
It really was. He's just taken them out. Like I said, they're not giving them the chance to actually set up Prophecy. It does mean that they are, but however, Jordan actually picking up the score streaks. Vintage has to hold on now. Josh picks up the two-piece, cleaning it up as he goes in there to actually get that one.
Here we are on board with Infused as they currently win in 154 to 142. Let's have a look at the scores on the doors. We've got Josh top of the leaderboard for Infused, 23 to 19, and 20 to 20 for Gunchy, top of the Prof leaderboard.
Oh, they're going for the Hellstorm. Could get a few here. He does. Picks up 2, and that's actually making a hole, but the respawn is perfect, and they're able to flood it with bodies almost straight away. Prophecy not looking in the best position, especially for the next one. They need to sort of think of the rotation.
Yeah, on board with
Infused
Vintage there, taking down Mad Cat in that middle area. He just needs to push himself in towards this next hard point. He's waiting for the Prof player just to come in, but Josh has pushed through ahead of him. Vintage with big shots on. Is that enough to secure the kill? Doesn't look like it's. Another player's coming in. That's going to be Mad Cat. He manages to retain the control of this hill now and being helped out by his teammates. Jerd is in that hard point as well. Jerd's just taking down Bissell. Needs to take down Vintage as well as he sits in that corner. Vintage takes down Jerd with the B23R, and Vintage is on a rampage here. Vintage really is turning on the heat around this hard point.
He's doing so well this game, and it's vital every time he makes clutch kills like that. And he's now got on the streak, but eventually gets taken down. And it does seem like Prophecy able to get in there, and they've got the better spawn for this one now. Still 20 seconds left in this hard point. It's going to close the gap once again, unless it looks like Infused have actually just been denied, so they might set up for the next one.
Yeah, 199 to 154. Prophecy going to get those last 10 seconds onto that, so it's going to bring it down to 20 points and potentially the last hard point. Only 1 minute 50 left on the clock as a whole, and Prof really do need to step it up and grind it out for this middle hard point. Of course, there are streaks available to both teams, I believe. Jerd with a two-piece there getting shut down by Vintage. Excellence taking down Josh. Where is Vintage? But Bristol going to call in the streaks. How is he going to do with that? Is he going to get the 2? He gets 1. That was Gunchy. That was the player on the hard point, so that was the vital kill that needed to be made. 31 points in the lead now are Infused with only 90
bad spawn as well
on there. Bad spawn for them, but Jerd in this hard point is currently being contested. In comes the Hellstorm missile. Is that going to pick up a kill? Team kill, I think.
Big kill there. He still has a lightning strike. They're going to need the points on this one, Infused, though. They've got to just make sure they get as many points as possible, because I don't think Prophecy are going to let that spawn go very easily at all.
Yeah, we've got Vintage. He's patrolling this middle hard point. He's still got a lightning strike to his name, as they are currently leading. Infused are running riot here in the bracket.
God!
Vintage being helped down by Bissell. Trophy systems
bad
going
spawn
off.
by Prof.
Prophecy.
This could be all over.
Prophecy are flying in. 50 seconds left on the clock.
That's
I think that is actually
it's done. That's it.
All over.
Prophecy are going home. It's over.
They are just dropping down in towards the losers bracket.
goodness. That's an upset on the main stage.
What
Just
is this
incredible.
guy talking about? Vintage goes absolutely off there. Let's bring up the scoreboard. 29 kills he got, 18 deaths. That is 9 defense for him.
Prophecy dropping into the losers bracket.
Prophecy dropping down into the losers bracket there. That was absolutely incredible. Josh with 6 caps, 5 defense, top of his leaderboard. Same amount of kills as Vintage. That was absolutely incredible play. We've seen Infused beat Prophecy 3-1 here in winner bracket round number 6. That means Prophecy are going to be sent down into that losers bracket. That's going to give Infused a guaranteed top 3 placement. Infused are so happy about that. Only dropping the S&D. Their respawn game was totally on point. Wow.
Just what a phenomenal game there, and you can tell how happy Infused are going to be with that win. Jake now obviously has his eyes set on breaking that curse as well. He wants to win. And if he does, I'll carry him around on my shoulders. So happy for that guy. He's been so upset getting second time and time again, and he now sees it in his sights. He knows he can win. Only one team realistically stands in his way, and that's TCM, the next team of his as well.
We are just going to be going to a very quick break, guys. Remember to stay tuned to the stream here at EGL10, the Summer Championships, for all of the best Call of Duty action this weekend. Don't go anywhere.